Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Trip, and welcome to the final episode of the Mae Young Classic. We had the episode 8 last night, and as we head on to Evolution this Sunday, that will be the final Mae Young. This will be the final Mae Young Classic review until next year. But before that, there was only 2 matches. Let's go ahead and let's talk about a couple of things that have just come down the pipe just recently. Um, just this morning, WWE has said that Crown Jewel, happening November 2nd, will happen in Saudi Arabia. So that is going to happen. So, um, in my opinion, I don't really know what to think. I'm not going to blast them for or maybe bury them, so to speak. I'm not going to bury them for sticking with doing the event in Saudi Arabia, but I'm also not going to put them over for doing it as well. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. So yeah, it's should be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of weeks. Also, probably the biggest news of the week is obviously the Roman Reigns story. Roman Reigns, I guess, has been diagnosed with leukemia coming back. So he had to relinquish the title on Monday, the Universal title on Monday, and he is going to take some time off and get himself better, get himself well. And I have to say, guys, this hit me like a ton of bricks. And I knew something was different from the beginning because when he came out, he didn't have on he didn't have on the wrestling gear. He didn't have on his wrestling gear. He had on a shirt, the gold chains, some jeans. I was wondering, that's interesting. He usually comes out, no gloves or wristband. So I wonder what was, yeah. And he started to talk, and it was something a little bit different. So, and then he talks about I was diagnosed with leukemia 11 years ago when he was 22, and he put in a remission, and he came back, and he talked about how the football career had ended, and he was drafted to another team, the WWE, and how that's been, and it was amazing. It was incredible. It was fantastic. So, um, it had me broken up. I wasn't right for a long time. I was not I was not right at night. I was not right for at least a half an hour. Because it is. I mean, because it is. Excuse me. These these larger than life characters come to your living room and or come into your house or wherever you are, and they come each and every week, and you get entertained by them, and almost like you get to know them in some strong way, which really, obviously, you don't. But you get to know them, and it was like that with Owen Hart. It was totally like that with Eddie Guerrero, and now with with Roman Reigns, and it is it is incredible the strength that he has, and I know that the man behind Roman Reigns, Joe Nami, Um, I know if he's at the strength to um, to beat this again. And I know saw something online saying that that it's it's difficult to beat it the second time it comes back. And they were talking about you know the worst thing that could happen in this situation. And I don't think as a fan, this is something that you can be you can think that you can't think that way. You shouldn't think that way. You should you should just root for him. Think about him. If that's what if that's the kind of person you are, pray for him, and just hope that he gets better. Hope that this is something that he can be, and hope that I'm not sure how long this will take, and I don't know how long it is, but hope that the next you know in the next 8 months to 2 years, somewhere in that range. That's what I'm just saying. That's what I would personally like to see. I'd like to you know hope that if best best thing is he's back in 8 months. He's back for like SummerSlam or something, and go back around that time, or again, like I said, the worst thing he's back, in 2020 at Survivor Series or something. So, whatever it is, I just hope he's back, and I think fans should also be back. Fans should not be thinking about the worst things that could happen in this situation, even though it it makes it statistically. And again, I don't even know if it's statistically the the right thing, because I was just I'm taking the word of somebody on the internet. So, but if it is statistically the more likely thing to happen, you know, let's just not go down that road. You know. So and as and for me as Roman's fan, probably his biggest fan, I won't think like that, and I will hope to see him back in that ring, Superman punching, and spearing folks, and yeah, put it on one hell of a show. I can't wait for that to happen. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's get to why we're here. We are here for the Mae Young Classic, so let's go ahead and let's talk about it. The first match of the night was Toni Storm versus Meiko Satomura, and this was good stuff from the two girls. They said in the pre-package that they had a match in Japan, and it was a draw. So that's something. So these two obviously know each other and know their strengths and their weaknesses. And good last 5 minutes. Good finish to the match when Meiko hits Toni Storm with everything she had. Toni Storm was still kicking out, and finally Toni Storm hit the Storm Zero for a second time, and she go ahead and got the victory. So Toni Storm makes up part one of the finals of the Mae Young Classic number 2. So she moves on, and it's going to be something that's incredible. The next semifinal match was Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley. again, I obviously have to wonder if Tegan Knox did not get injured, if Rhea Ripley would be this, just be Io Shirai versus Tegan Knox, and I also have to wonder if Tegan Knox would have moved on to the finals. But Rhea Ripley's in it. I was rooting for her without question. I was, me and my little crush on Rhea Ripley. Unfortunately, it did not go down like that. Io Shirai did win, and I was sitting up. So I was sitting up on my couch doing the Michaela Maroney. I was not impressed. So I kind of thought that I was for two reasons. One, like I just mentioned, I have this crush on Rhea Ripley, and I kind of wanted her to move on to the finals. And then there's also this thing of, okay, so you sign. We're gonna do the same thing we did last year. This year we're gonna get a new woman and signed from Japan, and we're gonna push her to the moon. And we're not push her to the moon, but we're gonna give her the finals of the Mae Young Classic. And I don't know if she's gonna win it. I would probably think that Toni Storm is the more likely to win. But I mean, still, we're going to do this. Let's kind of surprise it up, right? Especially if you got if you got this thing, this unfortunate incident where Tegan Knox has had this devastating injury and Rhea Ripley's in it. Okay, so now let's go. Well, actually, let's do this in the fly, and let's maybe take out Io Shirai and then put in Rhea Ripley. But it is what it is. It was a pretty good match. I liked it. It was Rhea Ripley, obviously the more powerful of the two. And Io Shirai is the high flyer, so it was ground and pound for Rhea Ripley. I liked that. I enjoyed that. I think that needs to be done more often. One of the things that I think that it was always iffy with these if nowadays is that they're not wrestlers aren't willing to do like that real psychological wrestling type thing, because either one, they're worried that wrestling fans are gonna think it's boring, or two, they're not gonna get the "this is awesome" chant from that, and that's not, and that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I just feel, but I think that's the way it's good. That's always been part of wrestling. That should always continue to be a part of wrestling. If you've got somebody like Rhea Ripley that's big and strong, and you got someone who looks quick and fast and a high flyer. The big and strong person should always try and knock down the high flyer, keep the high flyer on the ground, and you can do that and still be entertaining. It's not necessarily boring. And so, I love the story they told. I had it at 3.5 stars. I had Storm and Mako at 4 and a 4.25 star. So yeah, I think I thought it was very, very good. It's actually I've only seen Rhea Ripley in the Mae Young Classic. I've not seen her on NXT doing any matches that on NXT, or I mean now she may even be over in the NXT UK version. But I have not seen any match other than the match. But I think this might be the best match I've seen her in. So, good for her. So now we have the finals, right? It is Toni Storm versus Io Shirai. The Mae Young Classic finals coming at Evolution this Sunday. This might be the match of the night. I don't know. I'm probably saying that Flair and Lynch will probably be the match tonight. But there's no doubt about it. There's a lot of good stuff here on the Evolution show, and I think this should be one of them. And again, if Io Shirai wins, I'm not gonna have a big problem with it. But all I would just say is that why? I would say why. So post your comments. Well, actually, before we go into the whole finale spiel, let's talk about what's going down. So we have Evolution happening this Sunday. The Rapid Reaction live stream is going to happen after Evolution. I will be reacting to it. I will giving you my thoughts and opinions on the entire show. Like I think I've done in the past. I know I have not done a Rapid Reaction alone since Hell in a Cell, but we had the Super Showdown, which was like in the morning, and it was too early in the morning. I wasn't gonna get up early, so I did my special That's the Shoot episode for that. So we've got the Rapid Reaction for that. Like I mentioned earlier at the beginning, Crown Jewel is going on as it is expected from Saudi Arabia. That's going to happen Friday, November the 2nd. That's going to be like sometime in the morning and afternoon, but I don't think I have to get up early. I think I can get up at usually time I can get up. So there will probably be a live stream review of that, meaning that That's the Shoot, which was supposed to return on November 2nd, may not return. I'm gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna see if that's like too much. Because what I may do is that I may push it back to Saturday then. So then Saturday morning you'll get the return of That's the Shoot. And here's how we're now doing That's the Shoot now, right? So we're starting with Put Over and Bury. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put over 3 things in the world of wrestling. I'm going to bury 3 things in the world of wrestling. And then, after I do Put Over and Bury, and then we're going to get to the topic of the week. And the topic of the week could be anything. The topic, like I just talked about, right? I just talked about, the psychology of wrestling, right? And Rhea Ripley, grinding and pounding Io Shirai, and how that doesn't seem to be a thing anymore, right? It really doesn't, So, that would be one of my topics. It would be, or it would have been like Roman Reigns, right? I gave my spiel earlier in the thing as well. So maybe we talk about Roman Reigns or something like that, or anything else that someone like that. So that's the way it's gonna happen from now on. I think you guys will like it. I think you guys will enjoy it. So hopefully this is something that will be new and it will catch on for you guys. You guys will respect it. So yeah, that's what we got happening over the next week. So yeah, now post your comments down below to what you guys thought. Post, do you like the finals of Storm and Io? Did you maybe want Mako and Ripley, or did you want some other forms of the 4 women? Let me know down in the comment section. And obviously, as always, if you have any thoughts and things for Roman Reigns, you can also obviously post those down in the comment section as well. Hashtag thank you, Roman. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.